Hello, my fellow friends and followers. My goodness, has it been a long time since I've done one of these videos, and I have been waiting. So long have I been waiting to show and share with you these amazing figures I've been collecting, hoarding really, and finding and searching for all over the world of Bricklink and Bricks and Minifigs and Brickmania and wherever else. Brickheads, so many places I've been to since December, finding more figures for my collection, and I wanted to share them all with you finally now that I think I'm pretty happy with what I've gotten. There might be something coming up fairly soon, more customs anyway, maybe another crazy video, we'll see. If not, then you can expect a video around Brick Fair, because I'll be going to that August 2nd, and I always have a yearly annual Brick Fair video of all the things, all the craziness I find at Brick Fair. But before that happens, let's go through this, because my gosh, I have so many figures here, these ginormous bags full. So let's get to it, shall we? I'm just going to start pouring them out, and we'll just go through them all. One by one. Some are going to be like not that insane, but some of them will be like holy crap insane. So, woo! Okay, I'm just going to do this. All right, I have a better idea. So, because there are so many, maybe I'll have like a giant pile, and I'll just kind of tilt my camera towards the pile. My gosh, these still haven't even come out of the bag. Okay, all right. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna try to do like the craziest stuff last, I think. All right, so just so you know, oh, there's one. Here's a quick glance. Yeah, that's just a quick glance of what we're going to be looking at tonight. Here, so without further ado, let's start with let's something to whet your appetite with, okay? Something really cheap, really easy. How about something really old, okay? One of the oldest figures I got recently. This is off Bricklink, I believe. I got the very first MJ minifigure. I got her. Whoop, there she goes. This is going to be a long video, so, you know, get some popcorn and have fun and just chill. That's what this video is going to be all about. Looking at crazy stuff that I got. So, yeah, this is a nice figure. I'm going to go through each one. It's going to take a while. So, get comfortable. This is the very first MJ ever made from, like, the old Spider-Man 1 theme. Back when, like, Tobey Maguire was the only Spider-Man around. Her face is a little bit... The printing is a little bit weird here. I think it's the same print that they have in, like, the later sets as well for Spider-Man. The Spider-Man 1 movie and like the Spider-Man 2. It has no cracks, so that's good to see. Very minimal printing. She's a super cheap figure to find. I just got her because I just didn't have her, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to, like, you know, complete my Tobey Maguire Spider-Man minifigure collection. So there you go. Let's do something a little bit more exciting. What's cool about this lot that I have here is that I have so many figures from so many different themes that you're going to be seeing everything you can imagine. Like, here's another random wacky one. Look, hey, here's Porky Pig. Maybe I should have saved this one last for That's All, folks. But I figured, hey, let's just do him now. Because, hey, it's Porky Pig. He's like, you know, $4. Good condition. Not bad. Yeah, it's Porky Pig. Why not? So and here's Indiana Jones. Here's the newest Indiana Jones. I didn't have this one. This is from the UCS set. He has like the webs on his face. I still kind of like the OG Indiana Jones figures more. I just love that nostalgia feel, that nostalgia factor. But it's cool to have a new revamped Indy. So, and I got him for like, I don't know, like $10 or something less, even cheaper than that. I like this technique that I figured out, putting the whip, like when you coil it a certain way, you can like kind of stick it into the pouch. So that was like kind of, I came up with that back in 2008, so just like the movie that way. Speaking of indie, let's get the other Indiana Jones figure I got recently out of the way. This is Belloc. This is the new version of Belloc. I never had the original Belloc, so it's kind of fun having him. Pretty sure this is the same face as what's his face? Robert Redford's character from Winter Soldier. That guy. I'm pretty sure it's the same head. This is not an exclusive head, but the torso is. And it's just kind of fun to have him. He was also like super cheap, and I was like, yeah, why not? So he's got the OG pistol in the new version dark gray color. Let's do. Okay, so you guys might get annoyed with me, but I don't remember all the names of the Eternals guys. This is the one of them. I'm starting to collect the Eternals now, just because I find them somewhere here and there, and just like, hey, why not? So I forget this guy's name. It's not Gilgamesh. He's like the green and gold one. I forget what this guy is, but he's got the purple suit. All the Eternals are actually pretty cheap. They're like $10 each. Let's get a Star Wars figure in here. Here's the Clone Wars Luminara. Pretty cool figure. I don't have this one. I have the light up Luminara, and I have the 2016 version, but I don't have this Clone Wars. Kind of scratched in the back, but who really cares? Like, who looks in the back anyway? I like the headpiece. It's kind of cool. These the goggles on one side and then the regular face on the other. Yeah, it's no cracks in the torso, just a little bit scratched in the back, but like I said, who really cares about that? Because it's like black, so you can't even notice anyway. There's no printing, so who cares? Funnily enough, this is the same headpiece that we see in the light up figure. The 2016 version of her has this piece in brown, and the Jedi Consular from the Old Republic sets, she has this piece in white. So it's kind of cool. She's got some nice printing on her legs here. Pretty nice detail, especially for 2008. They didn't have a whole lot of printing on the legs back then. Here's another random figure. Here's Man-Bat. Rah! He's a weird, funky figure. I never had him, like I said, so it's just kind of cool to have him now. He's got like a little headpiece thing. It's kind of like Cabe from the Cantina set. Also, like one of those Gremlings figures. I think that came out from the Dimensions. They have that. He's only got one. Oh, he does have two faces. Yeah, he's just a weird figure. He got like these like arms that are like connected to the wings. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to have this figure, because I'm starting to collect more Batman villains and more DC characters in general. So I figured Man-Bat was like literally $2. Like, why not? Here's a CMF. Here's a Centurion. I forget which series he's from, but he's a really cool one. I got him from a lot. I just kind of saw him there. I was like, why not? I really love this arm printing. This bronze metallic arm printing. It's very cool. He's got some leg printing as well on the sides. It's unusual, and really cool, like metallic bronze like hips and legs. And I love this headpiece. This headpiece is really awesome. Reminds me of like the Big Daddies from BioShock. It's a very cool piece. It's completely unique just to this one character. It's authentic, as you can see. And no one really makes custom CMFs. So almost every CMF you ever find in your life is going to be authentic. Unless it's like Mr. Gold, and there's tons of knockoffs of those. But this is going to be a long video, like I said. There's a lot of figures to go through. Here's Captain America in the pilot outfit. No cracks. I just grabbed this because I was like, why not? It was like $3. A lot of these are very cheap. And like I said, I'm saving the bigger ones later, the more expensive ones I got. But yeah. I don't have this figure, and I kind of like the jacket. Kind of remind me of like Captain America, the first Avenger movie. Kind of remember the first one, because like he had like the flight jacket at one point. Here is Madame Maxine. She's an OG figure. Like not many people talk about her anymore, but I never had her, and it's just actually really insane detail. And she's like super tall. For those of you who don't know about her, let's look at Cap again, so you can see like how much taller she is than like an actual minifigure. She's a Hagrid's girlfriend, if you guys don't know who she is, from the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter movie, the 4th one. And these facial expressions look really good. They look just like the actress. Actually, I'm very impressed with it. It's very well done, and I love this like shiny, like silvery like lavender. It's very cool. It's like reflective, beautiful lavender, reflective purple printing she's got. It's a very cool, unique figure. I just think it's really, really nice. I don't have many like reflective purple minifigures ever, so it's kind of cool. And one having be that tall is also unusual. Here's Turk Falso, going back to randomness of whatever theme I just pull out. He's a pretty cheap figure. He's a Clone Wars figure. I think it's from the Pirate Tank with Hondo Inaka. I always get him confused with Turk Falso. Or, no, the other guy. It's not Turk Falso. This is Turk Falso. The other guy who looks like Turk Falso. They're both Weak Wiz. They're both Clone Wars, and they're both kind of obscure figures. The other one has like a golden arm, though. He's like a bounty hunter, I think. I don't have that figure, but I'll probably get him some point. He's got pretty unusual... Look at this. His head printing, like this bandana, goes around the entire head. That's something you don't see very often with Lego. That's pretty cool, actually. I didn't really realize that before. Yeah, usually it's just like only on like the front and back. So that is pretty cool. I didn't realize that. I'm gonna have to do more research about that. That's kind of awesome. He's a pretty cheap figure though. He's like, I don't know, another $9, $8, $10 figure. Here is Superman, Man of Steel Superman, Henry Cavill. I got him because I love Henry Cavill, and also I guess I'm still I'm pumped for the new Superman movie with David Corenswet, who I actually acted with in We Own This City. He's a really cool guy. I loved working with him on set for We Own the City and Lady in the Lake. Actually, I got to work with him both times, both shows. He's a very cool guy. I'm really happy for him that he's Superman. It's very cool. If Lego ever makes a version of Superman with Henry Cavill, with David Corenswet specifically, I'll totally buy it. But I'm not sure they will. This figure has great printing as well, though, from the Man of Steel movie. It's very cool. So yeah, he was also fairly cheap. He was like $12. So yeah, kind of cool. The only other Superman I have is like the OG from like 2012. So it's kind of fun getting that. All right, here's Yoda. This is the Younglings version of Yoda. Kind of a nice, simple figure. It's unusual having like this lime green color of Yoda. Oh, I wonder if mine's kind of messed up. That's too bad. Yeah, the printing on the head's kind of weird. But yeah, I just thought I love this torso print. This torso print is very cool. It could also be used for some customs, I think. So it's also rubber, as you can hear, like the other versions of Yoda. There's a little bit of a shame about that hair. Oh well. A little bit too late now to get a refund. I've had a lot of these figures for like months now, because I was waiting to get all the rest. So here's one that people have been looking for all over. Here's the wolf tamer guy from the CMF. My girlfriend actually found this guy for me because I couldn't find him for the life of me. All those boxes we scanned, they never had him in it. The beast tamer, he was always gone. So she just finally bought one for me. And I was like, thanks, I love you. Because I couldn't find him forever, and he's a really cool figure. I love this thick, wavy, fuzzy cape. It's very cool, and this really cool face illustrated with the scar and stuff. It's great for army building. I think that's why he's so expensive, because people want to make they get tons of these. They just want to hoard them all. But even just having this one, I just really appreciate the detail they have on his arms and the legs. Very cool figure. And I have the wolf somewhere else too. He came with the full thing, but I just don't have the wolf here. It's somewhere else in my room. Here's a weird one. Here's the robot sheriff lady from the Lego movie from 2014, from the western part. She only has one face. I don't know if I'll keep this figure. Maybe I'll sell this one. It's pretty weird. But I guess I'll see how much she's going for. Maybe she's worth holding on to. I don't know. Very weird. I guess it could be kind of useful for some customs you're doing, like a mock friend, like a western mock could be kind of fun. Here is Hermione, the special 20th anniversary version of Hermione. I got her because I have the Ron and the Harry, and I know there's way more. There's tons more. There's 50 more, but I really just wanted the three main kids, the main characters. I was like, yeah, I like them. So that'd be in the gold 20th anniversary. So that'd be fun. She's also very cheap. She's like $20. Here is a radioactive CMF guy. He came in a lot. I didn't actually get him. He just kind of showed up. This would be great for like if you're making a Doc Brown Emmett, like a Emmett Brown from Back to the Future. He has this costume, or Marty does when he's like going in the past when he's going in the DeLorean. Be kind of fun for that, but I don't really see what else I'd use this figure for. But this is a unique piece. It's all rubber. So that's kind of interesting. It connects to the backpack there. I don't even. Is this like a Geiger counter? I don't even know what that is, but that's the thing. Yep. Here is R3D3. He is from the CC-10's Jedi Starfighter from 2008, or maybe 2010. Yeah, he's a cool figure. I don't have this one, so I'm not a big droid collector, but when I see one, I'm just like, sure, why not? It's not in the best condition. As you can hear, he has a few like little dents there and a little bit of printing fading. I don't really super care because, you know, I don't, like I just said, I don't really care about droids that much, but it's just fun to have them. Because I have a few droids, so I'm always happy to have more, even if they're not in the best condition. Just, you know, blame the Jawas or something. Speaking of CC-10, let's look at him, if I can find him. There he is. Yep, Clone Wars CC-10. So I have the OG, yeah, this is the OG actually. I have the newer CC-10 from the Palpatine's Arrest set, which I like a lot more. I just prefer the more realistic figures over the Clone Wars depictions, like always. But it's fun having this one too. He was also like ridiculously cheap, so I was like, why not? And he came with some other figures. Like he came with like the this guy and the radioactive guy and the droid and Luminara, like a whole bunch of these guys I got in one lot for like $30. I was like, why not? And that was off of like, I think Facebook Marketplace. I got so many figures this lot that I'm showing you guys from so many different places. Facebook Marketplace and yeah, all the other places I mentioned. There's so many things. Okay, here is a chieftain from the Clone Wars. I forget his name. It's like Nef Tubbit or something. Not sure, but he's another one. No torso printing, no leg printing. Also super cheap. I just thought it was kind of like a fun mold. He was like, I got him for like $1, maybe $2. It's like, why not? When he's that cheap, I'm just like, why not? So yeah, kind of a cool piece. It's all one solid piece. It's all one piece of hard plastic, which is kind of unusual. Nowadays, if Lego made a figure like this, they'd probably make it out of rubber, like a harder rubber. Here is Athena from the Eternals to go with the other Eternals guy, who's the Indian guy, who I forget his name. This is a cool figure. Really nice back printing as well as front printing. Like I said before, all the Eternals are like super cheap, so she's not even that much. But I really do like the designs, like the colors. I hated the movie, but you know, I gotta say that the costumes look cool. Here's Icarus. He's like, you know, $2. Everyone has an Icarus, but he came in a lot, I think, or my friends gave him to me. He's like, hey, I have a spare, you have it. I was like, okay. Funnily enough, I think I don't have a Cersei still. It's funny. Alright, that one doesn't have the right head, so I won't show you that one. Oh, here's Ultron. This is the newest version of Ultron. He came from the new Iron Man mech set. Well, it's really cool getting Ultron again because we haven't since like 2015. He's got a really nice detailed head on the back and the front. And this like they brought back this headpiece here that they first made in 2015. Really nice to get another one of these, like a new Ultron after all these years. Here's the OG Professor Sprout from 2010, I believe, from that version of Hogwarts. I have the CMF version of her, and I really like that one a lot. But this is cool too, to have like the original. This like a dark tan kind of look. I think that's the only time they made like a dark tan wizard hat like that too, which is kind of interesting. So I think she's got a unique face. Everything about her is unique, but she's still pretty cheap. If you guys ever wanted to pick her up, she's like maybe like $6 to $10. Very, very easy to get. I just didn't have her, and I was like, why not? Here is White Vision. Ooh, there's go something. Okay, we're fine. Here's White Vision. He is from the first Marvel CMF series. I just never had this figure, and I got him from like a bulk lot, basically. And I really love this printing on his arms and his legs. It's such a cool one. Dual molded. It's a very cool figure. That's all there's to say about it. Very nice. Very happy to have him. Here is Proxima Midnight. I was starting to collect more of the Black Order recently, so I got her, and she was like 20 bucks. She's kind of getting up in value, actually, surprisingly. She's from the Infinity War, of course. They've only made one version of her and one version only. Maybe they'll do another one because they made another Ebony Maw, but something tells me they're probably not going to make another one of her. Getting her out of the way, here is her husband, Corvus Glaive. He actually is getting to be quite expensive. He's surprisingly pricey now. He's got two faces. Also from the Infinity War line. He's got back printing, which I can kind of show you. There you go. Oh, also that is kind of cool. That would be kind of good for a custom as well. Like some sort of like a protocol droid, maybe. Like it looks like C-3PO's torso a little bit. And yeah, I love this hold up cape. It's like what the what that Zorro has and the Hobgoblin. It looks similar to like the Nazgul too. It's a very cool cape. And he's gotten to be like that 40 or even 50 bucks now. It's kind of surprising how much Corvy's gotten up there. Okay, so here is a Jester CMF. He did come with the card. I just don't have them right now because they're in my accessories box. They're not on his person. But I was happy to have him because I love medieval figures and especially special like CMF ones. I love his little smiley face on his belt. That's very funny. Nice colors, yellow and purple, very unusual. Here is Lex Luthor. Like I said, I'm just going all over the place here. This is, I don't remember which year this came out. Maybe like one of the newer years, like 2019 or 18. I don't have a Lex Luthor. As I realized in my collection, like I have one in like a poly bag, but I don't have one like loose. I was like, that's crazy. I need to have a Lex Luthor. He was like $3, so I was like, yeah, I'll have him then. Here is something pretty unusual and pretty old. Here's Pippin Reed. Yeah, also known as Miss Gale Storm. I got her in a lot recently, along with like actually there's like 10 of her. There was like so many of her, and these other figures from the old Adventures Lego line, which is popular around 2000 and 2003, around there. Yeah, very, very retro looking minifigure. Very interesting. Very basic. She's more famously known to be with her compadre, who is Johnny Thunder. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. He's a very famous Lego character that Lego made themselves. This their own creation. And he's not very much money, but he's just like a classic guy. He doesn't always have to have this backpack either. I just happened to find one in the same lot where I found Gale, and you can like put stuff inside the backpack. It's a cool piece. They don't make this anymore in this old beautiful dark brown color. Yeah, so there's the original Johnny Thunder. He's like, before they got the rights to Indiana Jones, this is what Lego would make for their adventure theme. There was even a Lego set when this guy's running away from a boulder. It's like a total rip-off Indiana Jones. But yeah, it's a classic Lego thing. Not sure this is a legit one. Some of these figures I have aren't like really like legitimate figures. I'm not like really showing them. Here's a knight that I got from like a pick-a-brick, so I guess this is kind of legit. This is from like the Lego store. You can make this knight right now. He's really cheap. I thought it was kind of cool. I like the leg printing a lot, and the belt is nice too. Not sure this is the right head, but yeah. I don't really care about specific heads for knights like that. Let's do Cyborg. Here's another nice DC figure for you. This is from the 2017 Justice League movie. pretty unusual figure. I love his arm. It's very unique. I think it's only, yeah, it is only made for this figure. This whole piece is one piece, the silver part. This is just like a little light blue stud at the end. You can actually even take it off. But yeah, this is what it looks like without the stud. Super interesting that Lego made this look like this. Very cool figure. And he has two faces. Amazing detail on the back here. Very, very detailed. Very symmetrical, and like all these different shades of gray and silver. It's a very cool figure. I was happy to have one because the only other cyborg that I have in my collection is actually the CMF one from the DC superheroes. It's not very much money. Not very interesting. Let's see, what is interesting is Atuma. Hey, there's a figure. That's a weird one that probably everyone has because he's super cheap. But yeah, it's a crazy head mold. I actually opened this just today, like right before I made this video, because I still had the package. I didn't build it yet. So yep, here's Atuna, or you could say Atuna Makata. What a wonderful phrase. Because Akuna Matata sounds like Atuma, but I got bad jokes. Okay, sorry. Please don't unsubscribe for me for my bad jokes. I think I wanted him also because he was like, firstly, he's like super cheap, but also because I just didn't have the other Wakanda Forever figures. He was like one of the only ones I didn't have yet, so why not? Here is Captain Tarples. I've actually been having my eye on him for quite some time, and I just never found him anywhere. Like, no one was selling him. He's one of the only Phantom Menace figures I didn't have for the longest time. So he was like $12. He's really cheap, but I just didn't have him. So no cracks, no problems. Very cool lavender arms and a lavender head, all printed, all one piece, hard plastic. It came out in like 2019, I think. Nice back printing too. They didn't have to do that. And yeah, it's cool to have him with my other figures. I still really wish they'd make a Boss Nass. I really am dying for a Boss Nass. Here is the newest Plo Koon from the brand new Microfighter set that just came out a few months ago. I really love this new Plo Koon. It's so much better than the original. I have the original, and it's great, and I love it still, but man, this one really takes the cake when you compare the two. The older one was like much more narrower, and like these like little gas parts of his mask were like way longer and kind of like stuck out more, and his head was angled in a weird narrow way, and he had a hole in the back of his head, which no one liked. And it was rubber, which is also kind of weird. But this is a hard plastic now. Gunmetal for the mask and the eyes instead of dark gray. No hole, wider head, more movie accurate, and leg printing. The other one didn't even have leg printing, so maybe he didn't even have, I don't even think he had back printing. Maybe he did, but definitely didn't have leg printing. So it's such a nice upgrade to get this Plo Koon. Good job, Lego. They get a thumbs up for that one. Here's another CMF that I really like. Yeah, it's like the steampunk guy. I just thought he was really cool. I just love steampunk, so I love his arm. It's such a cool arm. With like all these like gizmos and gadgets and like rivets and stuff. Really nice arms on the other side too. Like this is really cool. Very, very fun figure. Very interesting. And then the hat is great. Yeah, he was my favorite one that came out this year. Him and the and this guy. I can't believe they both came out in the same set. Both these guys are so cool. Such cool figures, and it's totally different from each other in the same CMF series. Very fun. Who else? Let's see. Let's have Red Hulk. Rawr, I'm a smash people. Yeah, this is the Harrison Ford version of Red Hulk. This is the minifigure version. There is also a big fig, which I did not get because I don't collect big figs. Fun fact about me. I just like minifigures. I really like this figure. I also love how they gave a nod to like the OG Red Hulk, Ross General Ross with like the mustache and the sunglasses. I thought that was really nice of Lego to do that. But you also get like the Harrison Ford one on this side, so that was very cool that they did that. He might be getting up a little bit pricier now. He's probably still on shelves for now, but I don't know how much longer he'll be there or how much cheaper he'll be. Speaking of Red Hulk, here's his daughter. Here's she Red Hulk or Hulk Red Hulk she Hulk Red. Red She-Hulk. She's a really cool figure. She's gonna be a little bit pricey too. She's about $25-$30, maybe a little bit more sometimes. Very cool back printing and head printing. I love her hair too, with this like red stripe in it. It's very cool. It's kind of like Gamora's actually, but Gamora has a purple stripe instead of red. Very nice figure. Very unique in a lot of ways. Wish she had some leg printing, but hey, what are you gonna do? 2017 had some nice figures. Here's another weird one for you. Here's Senor Palmore. Palamore, or also known as Senor Gomez. He's also from the Adventures line with Johnny Thunder. This is a little bit beat up, not gonna lie. His hat's got a chip in it. His head has like a tooth mark. Not the best condition, but hey, he's a figure I don't have, and you know, have him now. Kind of reminds me of Colonel Sanders. Could probably make a nice Colonel Sanders minifigure custom out of this torso with holding like a chicken wing for KFC. That'd be great. Moving on. Here's another interesting figure. Here's the Alamut Merchant. This is from the Prince of Persia line. I got him for about $10. I really wanted him. I know you guys are probably like, why'd you get him, man? I'll tell you. Because I really wanted this piece to make an awesome custom. And that's a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you which custom I'm going to make. But a lot of these characters, why I got them in this ginormous lot was just so I could get back to making more minifigure customs for you guys. Because I miss doing it. And I've been waiting on some pieces, and now I finally have them. So this is one of them. And only this minifigure has this turban. This turban comes in other colors, and like black and maybe like brown or something. But only white is with this Alamut Merchant, so that's why I really wanted to get him, just so I can make a certain figure, because I think it'd be really cool. Here is the New Republic Astromech droid. Not too much money, just kind of cool. Blue and yellow is always a great combination. He's probably like, I don't know, $5-7. He came from that Shin Hati's fighter set with the New Republic dude. Yeah, like I said, another Astromech droid. Why not? It's fun. It's cool. Here's a fan favorite that people are liking a lot. Here's the Clone Trooper in red fatigues. He came from the Gift of Purchase set. People are going wildly bonkers for this guy. I think they still are. He's gotten down in value a little bit now, but people still really love him, really want him. Some people are still charging him for like $40 a piece, which is ridiculous. I think he should be about, maybe 15. But yeah, he's a really cool one. Very cool figure. Great to have in your collection. If you're making like a Camino mock, this is like the best figure ever for, besides like, Tanwi or Lama Su, who's finally coming out, and Django, of course. I'm very happy to have that figure in the collection. Let's do another Star Wars. I have so many Star Wars figures. Here is Obi-Wan Kenobi, Harada, from 2015, I believe. This is actually a pretty simple figure. The only thing that's unique about him is this head. He has this really special two-sided head, which is only ever used in this one version of him that came out in 2015. So I'm happy that I have him. He came out in a random lot, and I'm just like, hey, I guess I'll keep him because he's unique. I wasn't going to originally, but yeah, now I will because of that head. He's like $15 just because of that head. If he didn't have a unique head, he'd probably be about $5. But just because of that one piece, he's kind of pricier. And I believe he also came with this guy who was walled. I got him off of Bricklink. I don't have this figure. He's like Anakin's friend, one of his friends on Tatooine. It's a nice figure. I really like his eyes. Very cool print. He's also like $6. He's super cheap. I also really appreciate how the torso is kind of neutral. So it has like a little bit of green at the top there, but who really cares? This would be great for like a custom Tatooine mock if you wanted to have like, just some random commoners walking around who weren't walled. So that'd be kind of fun to have that. Here's an interesting figure. This is Hyperion. It came out in an old Marvel set back in like 2016, I want to say 2016. He has a unique cape. Mine is unfortunately kind of frayed, but I got a pretty good deal for him. I only got him for like $10, and I figured why not, because he's like super uncommon, and I don't really care too much about this character, so I was fine having like one with like kind of a messed up cape. It's a little bit of a bummer, but it's still like it's still recognizable. He's got like Superman's head, I think. Kind of cool. And I like his legs. It's kind of cool for like an armored character. If you wanted to look like some sort of special knight or something, it'd be kind of fun to use his legs for something. Gold legs, which is pretty cool. You don't see that very often. So yeah, kind of cool. He came in the same set with the Space Iron Man, I think. And was it Miss Marvel with the long arms, maybe? Yeah. Pretty cool. Guess what, guys? We still have a lot more to go, and it's already 36 minutes. Holy crap, that's crazy, man. Here is Spot. This is a really fun figure that came out maybe last year or so. I love the Into the Spider-Verse movies with like Miles Morales. I think they're really fun, and I can't wait for the third one. And it's such a cool story, and I love Miles as a character, and Spider-Gwen. Oh, they're so much fun. I love the acting, and the animation is beautiful, and Spot's a really interesting character, and it's really fun that Lego made a version of him. I wonder if they'll make like the ultimate version where it's like reversed like this, where it's like a black body, head, and legs with like white spots. Really interested to see if they'll make that one for the third movie. Let's go back to... Oh, here's a weird one. This is the cameraman from the old Studios sets. Super bizarre figure. I just kind of love it because I'm an actor, so that was kind of fun to have a cameraman in my collection. I just found him out of like spare parts, honestly. I wasn't even trying to like buy the figure, and I didn't buy him. I just found him out of spare parts. I was like, hey, look, I can make this figure, so that was fun. These are all the right parts. They're a little bit, beat up, but I don't super care because he's probably like a $1 figure anyway. I just like it because it's like, hey, movies, and I do movies. And I have the director from the Studios line as well, which looks like Steven Spielberg, which I find hilarious. So yeah, there's the cameraman. Let's look at another figure. We're starting to wane down on the cheap ones. We're getting to the more expensive ones now. After this guy, this is the Green Knight. He's pretty average. I just don't have him. I didn't have him before, so I was like, hey, why not? I'm not even sure if that's the right head, but yeah, it looks cool, and I like it. So there you go. He's a fun one. Here is Sinestro. He's a DC figure that came out a while ago. What's fun about him is he came out in a set with the Green Lantern, and I'm always using his yellow lightsaber blade piece that he came with for like Bastila Shan or Rey, all those characters that use a yellow lightsaber, or the Jedi Temple Guard from Rebels. And he's really helpful for that, just because of that accessory. But it's also really cool having the figure in it, because like I said, I'm trying to collect all the DC figures again. I used to have him, then I gave him away, and I felt stupid, so then I got him again now. So, let's go to, okay, all right, a few more cheap figures, and then we'll get into the good stuff. Better stuff. Here is the Black Falcon figure. He's another one I bought just for his hair, actually, because I'm going to use it for a custom very soon. That's a hint for you guys. I really like this. The more I look at him, though, the more I like him. I think this thing is really cool. This like armor piece. I never had it before. And I love the printing on his legs, and this like gunmetal legs. It's very cool. I thought it was like dark gray at first when I first saw the figure on Bricklink. The gunmetal looks way better than the just like dark gray. Here's a first order officer. Wow. He's also got a messed up hat. I'm gonna have to replace that. Great. Okay. Here's a first order TIE pilot. This is kind of cool. I do like the printing on the helmet. It's very cool. I like how it's all one mold. This hose piece is very cool. I know he's super cheap. I just don't have many first order figures, so I'm trying to build up my first order dudes. Here's the Mandarin. He's also quite cheap. I have the other version of him with the dark green cape. I just didn't have this version. He's super cheap. He's like $5. The cape one is worth more. It's probably like 20. Here's Anti-Venom, or Anti-Venom. He's a cool one. He's now in 2 sets. He's not unique anymore, which makes me a little bit sad. He was from a cheap Harry Potter. Star Wars, oh my god, I'm getting tired. Spider-Man set. He's from a Spider-Man set, like the Spider-Man mech or something. He had the Anti-Venom. It's just really cool that they even made him after all these years, because now we finally got a Venom, a Carnage, and an Anti-Venom. That's really fun. Maybe they'll make Scream at some point too, or like Toxin or something crazy, you know? Or, hey, how about this? An actual symbiote suit Spider-Man that we can afford that won't be a San Diego Comic-Con. How about that, Lego? That'd be nice. Anyway. Let's see. Here is another cheap trooper executioner figure. Stormtrooper executioner dude. He's another one like I just wanted to have because I'm trying to build up my first order. Here is Green Goblin. I like this one a lot. It's like super OG looking, even though it's like pretty new actually. It only came out like a few years ago. I just love it because it looks like the old comics I used to read as a kid, and I really appreciate that. It makes me happy. So he's also like $3 on Bricklink. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. So happy to get him. Here is Creature from the Harry Potter. What was it? The 7th one? Deathly Hallows? Yeah, I think that's when you meet Creature. He's a really unique character that not many people sell, actually. I found him at a Bricks and Minifigs in Herndon. I got him for like $12. He's pretty cheap, but yeah, he's only in from one set. I don't even remember which one, actually. What's kind of unique about him is he's actually a hard plastic figure. I thought he'd be rubber, but he's not. He's actually hard plastic. I think it came out in like 2022 or something. He's a little bit newer, not super new. I kind of thought he would have more like mouth printing. Maybe either mine is damaged or maybe he just never came with any. I don't know. I have to do more research on that. Okay, now we're getting somewhere to some cooler figures here. I think. Here's Huntress. She's from the DC CMF series. I thought she's a cool figure. I like her printing a lot, and the dual molded legs, the purple is very cool. And very nice arm printing as well, actually. And a cool purple utility belt. Yeah, she's a fun one. She kind of reminds me of Kate Bishop, the way she looks. Here is Dumbledore. This is the same one that came with the Madame Maxine. His arms are cracked, which is a bit of a downer, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's really nice back printing though. Really nice back printing, honestly. Very cool. He's like a $4 figure, so I don't really care if his arms are damaged. I can probably just replace them as well. I think Captain Tarples is worth more, and he's got the same lavender arms as him, so I'd rather have him with better arms than Dumbledore here. But it is a cool figure nonetheless. He looks really good from the front, so yeah. I love this dress piece. It's a very cool gown. Okay, here is Two-Face. This is a really awesome figure, and I was so excited when LEGO made him. I love this figure. I love how they made him the coin, the scratched coin. He's about like a $40 figure now. Maybe he's a little bit less. He's kind of newer still, so it's kind of unclear what he's going to be. There's, you know, little melted marshmallow look on the back of his head. Where is Harvey Dent? yeah, I love having this figure in the collection. I have the other, all the other Dark Knight trilogy figures, so it's very cool having Two-Face. Because I got the Batman, the Commissioner Gordon, the Heath Ledger Jokers, of course, both of them, and the Bane. It's really fun having him, and the Scarecrow now, too. Really want a Catwoman. Please do that, Lego. I really want Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. That'd be so awesome. Alright, here is a really interesting figure. Here is the original Peter Parker. It's interesting to me, anyway. Yeah, he's actually paired with this MJ. There she is. See, look at how retro they look together. Isn't that fun? What's cool about him is I think this maybe is a unique torso. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's not. I think it is not a unique torso, but it is a unique head, actually. So if you flip it around, he's got glasses on one side, and then he's got these face without the glasses on the other. It's like when he gets bit by a spider in the first movie. It's kind of fun. His mouth is a little bit faded, as you can see. It's an old figure. But pretty cool. I got them for like $7 or something. So I was like, that's a pretty good deal. So if you ever see this head with just the glasses, that's the wrong head for this figure. I made that mistake originally. Eventually I found the right one though. So it's got to have the dual-sided head, dual faces to be Peter Parker. It's really rare, I'm just going to say one more thing about it, to have a figure with two faces in this time period. It's very unusual. Maybe it's like the only one, actually. This came out in like, what, 1999? Maybe 2000? Really old, really retro. So there were not many figures, if any, that had dual-sided heads like that. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Peter Parker, I think, having the very first one. Here is Spider-Man. Speaking of Peter Parker, I really love this one. This is the black suit Spider-Man. I really love this one. I love the sheen of the silver there. Oh, I never had this figure until recently, so I was really happy to find him. He's pretty cheap too, like $12. He came from a poly bag and also a set, but then he got really hard to find for some reason. This is the same set that Tom Holland wears in Spider-Man Far From Home, when he like has that tragic, heartbreaking breakdown scene with Happy. He's upset about Iron Man dying, and Mysterio messing with him and taking over the world. This is when he makes this suit, so I really love this one. It's a very cool one. Very, very nice. I think it's pretty underrated. A lot of people forget about that one. Here is an Anakin Skywalker from 2015. Not super interesting. I'm starting to hurry up with my figures here because it's 47 minutes in. My gosh. He's not that much money. Kind of fun though. Here's some controversy. Here's a Boba Fett that no one likes. This is like the new one from the UCS Lave one. Yeah, he's not very good, but there he is anyway, and I have him now because he came with another lot that I got. Here's Metamorpho from the DC Universe CMF series. I got him recently because I'm 99% sure he's going to be in the new Superman movie. So I was like, I better get the CMF because it's the only time they made this character. It'd be cool to have him after I watch the movie. So I got him in preparation for the movie. He's pretty cheap though. Here's Bronze Tiger, another DC character. Not much to say about her other than I didn't have her, and she's kind of fun, I guess. She's from the Arkham Origins video game, I'm pretty sure, so that's kind of cool. Okay, now we're getting into some interesting things. So, I know it took a while. Here is Black Widow. This is the one from the Avengers Tower. The printed arms. I love this figure, and printed legs, and printed hips. It's like the best Black Widow they've ever made, ever. I really love her. She's like my favorite Marvel character besides Spider-Man. And I just love this Lego interpretation. It's by far my favorite one they've ever done. It's so cool. It looks just like the 2012 Avengers movie, which is like my favorite one still. So I'm really happy to have her. She's only like $12 too, which is like crazy. Here is another unique, interesting figure. Here is the Umbaran Trooper. He came out in the Umbaran canon, the Battle of Umbara canon set with Ahsoka, and that really interesting 212th clone trooper that looks like it's yellow instead of orange. Really interesting figure, really interesting set. It was like a limited edition set, and this is like a unique figure from that set. So he's not that much. He's maybe like $15-ish, maybe a little bit less. Yeah, so cool to have him. Here is a Cyberman from the Dimensions series line. I got him for $10, surprisingly. Yep, Cyberman. He's Doctor Who. I've been getting into Doctor Who lately. My dad and I are watching it and really enjoying it. And I was looking for the longest time to get the Doctor, which is awesome. And I actually found him a sonic screwdriver. He didn't come with one when I got the figure. I had to find him one. I was lucky to find one in like a giant bunch of pieces at like a random store I go to. So really fun having them both. I got him for about $20 and he was about $10, so it was a pretty good deal. Pretty insanely good deal, because he's usually about $30, this the Doctor Who figure. Very cool having him, because I love the show, and Matt Smith is great. David Tennant's still my favorite, but Matt Smith is cool too. I wish they made a David Tennant Doctor Who minifigure. Maybe I will from my channel. Maybe that'd be cool. Make it for you guys, because I love David Tennant so much. Okay, now getting into some really interesting stuff. Here is, and pricey stuff. Here is the original Professor Trelawney. This is a really cool figure that only came out in one set, in the Harry Potter set. She's got no back printing. She came out, I believe, in the same set as Professor Umbridge back in 2007. Very cool figure. She actually has a unique hat. This is a unique color. It looks like the pink hat, but it's not. It's actually darker. And if you compare it next to the other hats, I'll do it for fun. Hold on a second. Just because I have them here, and it's fun to check this out so you can see what I mean. I also have a purple hat. So if you look at the OG wizard hats, okay, so here's hers. We also have this pink hat here. See how much brighter this is? And I also have this purple hat. See that? Look at that. Her hat is completely different from all three. Once you see them up close, you can really see them, how different they are. But otherwise, yeah, they would look like they're the same. I know it's not the best lighting, but take my word for it, they are different. Yeah, it's a darker purple than the one on the right, and a lighter pink than the one on the left. It's right in the middle. So I thought that was kind of cool. She's about a $60 figure. 50, 60, 75. You hear that? Something like that. She's got a unique head too. So very cool. I love getting my OG Harry Potter figures. They're very, very fun to collect and look at, especially compared to all these amazingly new, bright and beautiful Harry Potter figures that they make nowadays. So it's very cool. All right. Here is, speaking of more Harry Potter, here is the pink Dumbledore. He's from the Flesh. It's the